Welcome back to another episode of the Jewish Capitalist Show. Hello. Hey yo guys, what's going on? Okay, so firstly, welcome back to the show, the Jewish Capitalist Show, where we talk about finance, success, business, and just general success in life. So the topic of today's video is based on a comment that I saw on Reddit earlier today, where a guy commented, anyone who tells you day trading is possible is a liar and a scammer, because if it were possible, why do big funds not do it? Okay, so let's just stop right there, okay? First of all, I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below in the comments if you think it's possible to make money off day trading or not. So my response to this guy would have been, I didn't actually respond to him because I don't believe in responding to comments, but my response to him would be, right now, it would be, before you spew some bullcrap, do some research and then start talking, and don't base this off your one-time experience where you funded a trading account with $100 and put it all on one stock and you lost it all. Because that isn't day trading, that's just gambling and stupidity. But anyways, let's go deeper into this. Is it possible to make money or even become successful off day trading? So many people will say, yes, it is. Many people will say, no, it's not. Like, you get a lot of professional traders which say it is not possible, and you get a lot of retail traders who say yes, it is possible, and you get a lot of people who say it is possible. In fact, let me show you. Go buy my course now or join my signals and I'll show you. And oftentimes those people don't know how to trade themselves, but that's besides the point. Is it or isn't it possible? Let's get into that. So theoretically, yes, it is possible. Practically though, it isn't so simple, because it comes down to a lot of factors. It comes down to whether you're a retail trader or whether you are a professional trader in a fund or whatnot. But the one thing that is clear, and most successful investors will tell you this, is that it is impossible to know exactly what the market is going to do. That's a fact. But to get into it more specifically, so once again, why I said it depends what you are, a retail trader or a professional trader. Now, if you don't know what the definition of a retail trader is me, who hasn't ever worked professionally for a fund or isn't licensed to trade other people's money, but has a small trading account on the side with a retail brokerage and trades every now and then. That's the definition of a retail trader. So now, if you're a fund, day trading isn't very practical and is almost impossible. And there's a few reasons for this. Now, firstly, it is because of liquidation. Liquidation's definition is if you have something like, let's say, this book, and you sell it and you take the money, that's liquidating the book, right? It's a little bit of a hard thing to liquidate because a book isn't really an asset. It depends how you see it. But yeah, so with big funds, a big problem is liquidation. So now just imagine you are a fund manager and you call up your broker, or you enter on your Bloomberg account, you enter buy Apple at 5,000 shares for 100 million, right? Now I want to see you 2 minutes later when that little boom goes up. I want to see you liquidate that, because remember, funds buy actual shares, okay? So the first problem is liquidation. It's very hard to liquidate 100 million when you bought it 2 minutes ago. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is regulation. Most asset management funds aren't actually regulated to day trade because it falls under the category of speculation, and that's illegal when you're managing other people's money. Most funds are only regulated to take on a certain amount of risk. The funds which are allowed to take on a huge amount of risks are hedge funds. They are actually regulated for it, but even they have a certain cap and aren't allowed to speculate. The only real funds that I know who are actually allowed to classify speculations are quant funds. Now, a quant fund is a quantum fund. It is based on mathematics and algorithms, which is programmed into a computer, and the computer runs the trades for you. Basically, the computer trades. So it's a bunch of genius scientists who figure out algorithms for the computer to trade. Now, these funds make money based off small, little micro movements in the stock market. So it's constantly, it buys and sells thousands, if not millions of times per day, but it also trades with a lot smaller amount of money. But because it's consistently doing it, it is profitable if obviously your algorithm is good. So for that type of fund, day trading does work, but it doesn't really fall into the category of day trading because it's a whole new ball game. And obviously a quant fund, you just don't find them anywhere because you really have to be smart to set up one of those. So yeah, for funds, for asset managers, day trading isn't very practical because number one, regulation, and number two, liquidation, regulation and liquidation. So now to get into retail traders, like I said, a retail trader is like me, a not professional trader. We have accounts with retail brokers. Now, what a retail brokerage is it is a company which sells contracts which mirror the price of a certain stock. So let's say I want to buy Apple on my retail platform. So all I do is literally insert the amount of shares. I want to buy 50 shares and I enter buy. So I'm buying a contract with this retail broker, which says that if the price of this contract goes up because it mirrors the price of the Apple stock, then I profit from that. But if it goes down, then the retail broker takes my money because I've lost on it. So that is how the contract works. That is called a CFD, contract for difference. So for us, day trading is possible and it's easy to do because there is no liquidation or regulation problems. Like the only regulation problem a retail trader has pretty much is that he's not allowed to launder his money in his trading platform, which is obvious. And on that note, kids, pay taxes. But yeah, back to it. So for retail traders, day trading is possible, but is also very impractical unless you really, really know what you're doing. Like I'm saying really know what you're doing. Like you've tested out trends, you've tested out various types of indicators, and you've like literally been doing it for like months on end, testing out certain things. And when you are 100% confident in your indicators, which work for specifically day trading, not just any indicator that you think works for both day trading and long-term investing. It has to be specifically for day trading. So only then is it practical to do day trading. But to end this all off, day trading for asset managers, unless you're a quant fund, isn't practical and is very hard, so they don't do it. They do value investing, which is they look at a stock and analyze whether this stock is underpriced and look at the value of a company and whether they think that stock is going to go up in the next couple months or years. So for them, they don't do day trading because it's not practical unless, like I said, they're quant funds. For retail traders, it is possible. It can be practical if you know what you're doing. So yes, you can make money off day trading and you can become successful with it if, once again, you know what you're doing. Just remember, 95% of retail traders lose money. That is why retail brokerage is such a big business, because they're only paying 5% of the successful traders, but the 95% of failed traders pay them the money, remember? Because it's that contract which you win, they pay you. You lose, you pay them, right? So yeah, guys, on that note, I hope that summed up the question and gave you the answer. But don't just start trading. If you do want to start trading, I suggest you go to a platform and you open a demo account and play around with a demo account for a couple of months to see if it is something that you want to do. And then after that, while you're on the demo, test around trends, indicators, and all that. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy. And as always, you know how it works. Like and subscribe, share, follow the socials, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And yeah, guys, see you guys soon. Peace out.